Hey family, how you doing? Um, I wanted to have a quick discussion because I saw something on Instagram and I thought it was really interesting. Well, I'm Sekhmet L. I go by Madam Oracle on this channel, and per the spirit is the lifestyle that I live, and I channel spirit, the messages that need to be communicated back and forth, with those that need to hear it, right? And so I was on Instagram and I saw a few people having schools and or institutions or even small pods of training for becoming a healer, becoming a death doula, and becoming someone that is in a position to help other people break out of their shadow selves or their repressed and suppressed selves by using spiritual integration, right? And most likely, in today's climate, that usually has something to do with alternative wellness or holistic measures or alternative spirituality, right? And so it'll be a lot of new age things that new age is really recycled traditions of, sound baths. It starts with sound baths, it starts with meditation, Reiki, all the things. Of course, I have experience in those. Of course, I am an attuned Reiki master of a certain lineage. So I'm not casting any type of bad or negative perspective on that. However, I was a little concerned because, as someone that does this work by calling and probably by life design, it is not probably. I'm a little concerned with people that think that because social media can glamorize healing, that certain precautions should not be in place. Let me tell you something, especially as someone who is a death doula herself, and that's a part of my family lineage, to be honest, to speak with the other side. Um, and it's I don't believe it to be demonic, okay? You can have your own beliefs. I don't want to hear it. But as someone who since a child has always seen and heard spirits, disembodied spirits, lost spirits, people that didn't cross over all the way, especially growing up in church and being in prophetic trainings where I have training and experience in exorcisms by way of releasing demonic possession, I will let you know that it is a very dangerous fine line to tread the realm of the spirit on the other side of the veil. To do so would require a certain knowledge, and honestly, even if you are crafted by the Most High or the Creator to do these type of workings, you still won't have an understanding of how to go about administering this medicine that is within you to other people, until spirit decides to tap you with initiation. See, a lot of people think, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and begin my initiation, and that's where they get the game messed up. That's where, people's mental illnesses start to come to surface. That's how mental illnesses are created, because you're initiating something that you think you're supposed to do on your own. If spirit wants you to do it, then that is something that spirit will create. And most of the time, it will happen in a very cataclysmic, traumatic, and dramatic way where you're losing something, you're close to losing your life, or you could have actually had a not a near death experience, but you could have died, and that's called a shamanic death, right? And even with those type of initiations, people don't always make it out alive. They don't always make it with their sanity intact. And I'm saying all this to say, sometimes you're putting a contract on yourself with the spirit realm that you don't need to, just because you're doing something that's trendy. And in my, experience as someone who has done this again by choice and by calling, by training, and then by profession, I just want you to be careful with aligning with certain people who tell you that because you have a story or because you've gone through something, that it is your responsibility to lead other people out by then putting your hands on people, by then opening up their auric field, right? Any part of their body, their energy sources, which we would call those energy portals, of course, we will call chakras. But there are places within the body that are very susceptible to spiritual entrance. And sometimes, let me tell you, these spirits out here, first of all, you may not be transitioning who you think to the other side. And if you do transition them to the other side, you have to make sure that you are in a ceremonial, ritualistic type of way, producing an environment that not only crosses somebody over, but then closes the gate on you, because then you might be opened up for something else to attach itself to you, and you won't know where or how. It'll just create a sickness in your body. You might have depression symptoms, and you're like, I'm fine. I don't know what happened. I just started going crazy. My mind, all these different things, and you won't even probably remember that, oh, I was in that ceremony, or oh, I did do that service. You know what I mean? So I was just a little concerned, because I just personally don't think, while it's great to be informed, just because something is marketed to you doesn't mean that you should be doing it. And I really felt that on my heart, because a lot of people are taking this reclaim your power, your divine energy, this, goddess, God, masculine energy, feminine energy to the extreme. And it is let me tell you something, the spiritual realm is a very wide, abstract reality, and it is nothing like what you think life is. It is a very ambiguous lifestyle amongst itself, and you can get lost in the trappings and the workings, you know what I mean? And so people are out here getting initiated into religions, getting initiated into practices, doing things that you shouldn't do just to say you experienced it. And as somebody, as you all know, I am let me say, what do I want to say? I just have versatile experience, and I am fortunate that I have had trusted mentors and teachers who, if something did go bad, they could pull me out of it, or they could pull whatever else off of me or out of me. And I just don't want you to walk into something because it seems like it's popular, it seems like something you want to add to your resume, in whatever fashion, professionally or personally, just to say that you can do something. Sometimes it's best to just work on yourself, and that's enough. You don't have to do anything on or with or in collaboration with anyone else just to say you have clients, just to say, hey, I can do this, come to me. Because let me tell you something, sometimes the money, and it can be good. Some people offer it by donate their services by donation, whatever you have, it's a community service. And then some people are starting to trick out the spirits or the spirit realm as if it's some type of, listen, the spirit realm ain't no punk. I'll put it that way. You know what I mean? So don't get it twisted. I'll put it this way. Healers are people. What is this? I read a phrase that went like this: healers aren't people that heal other people. Healers are people that use their life to show people that they too can be healed and how to heal themselves. So if you're looking to be someone's medicine or remedy, I will tell you that unless spirit gives you the okay by signs, synchronicities, sigils, symbols, and you know how to read certain frequencies and alignments and patterns, it's okay for you to be the shining light. Don't get caught up in this spiritual vortex, because people are starting to make this a game, and you probably won't come out as the most viable player. So just be careful out in these streets, and don't go contracting the dead. I love you. Bye. I'll see you next time.